Hey everybody, it's Carl with Columbia Water Gardens, and today in this video I'm going to kind of walk you through another backyard landscape plan. So we start with a basic blank palette, and this particular home here I took a picture of using my drone. Kind of have to take a few pictures as I do this to find the right orientation. A couple of things that are really cool about this project is that it's a new development. The homeowner is almost at the end of their expiration time for their homeowners association to have him submit his plans to them. And so I've got a really nice blank palette. And he pulled all the weeds and kind of got the ground all cleaned up and pretty before I showed up the other day. So this is a block wall, and this will be our entry point to get our machines from the front yard into the backyard. And it's a very simple process to knock this wall down and have it rebuilt because it's just freestanding. It's not really attached to this wall here. All we basically need to do is just knock it down, pour new footing, put a new wall up, and we're back in business. In my design, one thing I had to do is when I took this picture, I had to bring this thing into scale. So I'm going to kind of walk you through my process and let you see how we do it. When you take a picture, you've got to be able to determine what is something that's common that you can measure. And I took a look at these solar panels, and these solar panels, I thought, you know what, these are common. So what's the average size? So what I did is I went ahead and Googled the the question, how big is a solar panel? Typical solar panels are 5.5 feet. Okay, cool. So what I did is I set my scale at 5.5 feet here, and then it was from that point forward it's easy for me to integrate them into Vistera. So as I went into my landscape design program, I went ahead and traced out the outline of the house. And actually the house is hidden right now, so let's go ahead and put that back in. This is kind of a cool feature. You just basically trace the outline of the house and it renders a 3D image of the house, which is kind of a cool thing. I'll show it to you. So there's the house. Anyways, let me get back out of that because I wasn't really quite ready to show that to you yet. And I thought I didn't want to ruin this backyard corner area over here. I wanted to make sure a lot of people that have a space like this in this back corner, they lose it. They put like the doghouse back here. They use it as a collecting point for, I don't know, like tools or whatever. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we just expand the living space? And so what I did is I created a decomposed granite pathway that wraps around over here. And these are all planters. And I thought, let's put a couple trees in, shade the area, which kind of gives you a little bit of a private place here. And of course I lit this area up here at night so that in the evening you have a place to go. I created a flagstone pathway that came over into the DG path, and I wrapped the DG path around the back side of the waterfall over here. So this is something that we do a lot. We don't believe in pushing the waterfalls all the way up into the corner. We believe in pulling them away from the corners so that we can do some natural landscaping around the back and allow people to be able to enjoy this space here, which normally is lost. It also adds to the realism of and the naturalization of the water feature. We build indigenous, and we don't believe that indigenous lives up against the block wall. This area here is a raised planter, and the reason why we're building a raised planter here is because they have a lot of shale all over the ground. You can almost see it here in this picture. All these specks, all these dots here that you see here, those are all like just, it's, if you dig an inch deep, it's just gnarly, just rocks everywhere. So instead of disposing of those rocks, I thought about, let's just create a gabion wall here, which is a wall that is inside of it, rocks inside of a steel cage, and then back plant this and then hide this huge, atrocious 10-foot tall wall. It's just gnarly. We wanted to add a pergola to what wasn't here before, so let's kind of bring that back over. So as you can see, there was no pergola over here before. And we also want to be able to increase the foot traffic to be able to get through the gate over here into the backyard. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just change the time of day in our presentation. And I really want to be able to make sure that you can kind of see what it looks like in the daytime first. So here's our daytime presentation. As you can see, we've got the tree that now lives in the back corner here. And let me just kind of zoom out just a little bit. And you can kind of see my vision here. And I'll kind of flash back so that you can see it before. And you can see it after. You can see the pathway here that wraps around the side here, goes underneath these trees. Another thing that we did, which was kind of a cool feature, is I like to, it's kind of a new thing for me lately, and I'm kind of digging it, is bringing the pond right up to the edge of the concrete, right up to the patio. And so when we do this, we're going to use blocks, garden blocks. And I'll show you actually. Let me just jam over here real quick. I love this company here, and they're going to get a plug. So RCP Stone Murrieta. So these guys are getting a plug. That's cool. I love this company here, and I'll show you why. They have let's just go jump into that products. Let's see here. Concrete blocks, retaining wall blocks. I think this is the section that has it. Yeah, I love these. Aren't those cool? So you can really build some really cool modular designs with them. I love that you've got big blocks, medium size, small blocks, medium size, big size, and it just kind of alternates, and it makes and lays out for a really nice and easy design. Even though this is the reverse of this, it doesn't really stand out until you start to look at it hard. In my last project, we used these stones here for a project that we did in Murrieta. This particular job, I may still use this, or the customer might want these guys here, but they're super easy to cut, and I like that. So we'll be using those, and as you can see, of course, they have a variety of other stones. So if you can picture in your mind's eye this color here or this color here, but this basic design here going into this area along the side of the house, then that's what you're going to see there. Of course, there's going to be a natural stone boulder that wraps around over here. I just, for the sake of the CAD work, I didn't put that in. So let's kind of zoom in a little bit more. Here's the Gabion wall. So all that gravel that I was talking about earlier through here is going to be collected, and because let me back up, because when we dig the pond out, we're just going to be pulling out bucket loads of gravel, and I want to be able to have some place to be able to put it and to be able to separate and sort that out. So that gravel is going to go in over here, and this is what it's going to look like. And then we'll create a nice little wooden seating area here, so that when you sit out on the lawn, or if you're out entertaining, people can put their drinks, their sodas, their beer, whatever, their glass of wine into this area right over here, or they can just sit and recline next to these beautiful plants. And you're probably seeing the nighttime lighting, which is a great feature. So we want to be able to bring that in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the lights down and let you see this water feature. Here we go. Time warp into the evening. The lights come on, and we'll just kind of put it into the evening twilight. So we've got two lights going on here. We have a pathway light lighting this thing down, and then we have a spotlight lighting up the canopy of the tree. I love lighting up the canopy of the trees because it just really adds to that, I call it the Disneyland effect. So as we kind of spin the yard over this way towards the water feature, now we have this beautiful, beautiful pond, really well lit up all around. And so you can see, whoops, went too far. So as you can see, so this is a glitch in the program. What I'm going to do is, this is actually kind of a cool thing. I'm just going to hide the house for right now. And that'll allow me to kind of spin this thing around. I really believe in having a lot of focal drops. So here's one drop and here's another drop, and they're kind of going in the direction of the living area. Here's another one, and this one here is kind of facing straight on. You can see these two from alongside the pathway. So we'll kind of go into the pathway area here. And as you can see, there's just heavy visibility everywhere. I think I might have overused the lighting here a little bit, but we can still pull a few of these guys out and replace them with some spots. let's go ahead and check this corner out, and look how that comes together. So can you imagine on a nice spring or summer evening, and you're entertaining, and you've got this beautiful flagstone pathway that leads out to the decomposed granite pathway that wraps around over here into the corner of the house, and you just have these little really pretty intimate, nooks and corners. So this is, believe it or not, this is a live project demonstration. Now, I also want you guys to see something else. This is kind of a cool thing. All of our water features for 2020 are getting the smart app controls, and I wanted to show that to you. So let's just jam over here. And now this is for color changing lights. I'm really liking the Aquascape color changing lights. They come with a 5-year warranty, and they're Wi-Fi controlled. They work with Alexa, and you can put them into Apple or into Android. And just by pressing a button on your cell phone, you can control the brightness of your light, the color of your light. You can also control your pumps. So that's another cool feature. You can control your pumps. You can control the pathway lights. You can control all the different tree lighting and everything right from the app that's on your phone. So that's kind of a cool feature. And we're really, really into that. Another cool thing that we're doing a lot of is variable speed remote control pumps, and I'll show you that. I'm just going to kind of jam up into this area over here, and let's take a look at the AquaSurge. Here they are. So there's 2 different pumps: the AquaSurge 2000, 4000 adjustable flow pump, or the 4000, 8000. This is the one I really like to use here, using 3-inch plumbing, and the reason being is because, again, this pump here does come with a smart control receiver, but we have an adjustable flow range from nice to really, really, just awesome. And so we'll be doing that in this particular project as well. There's also some other really cool things that Aquascape has come out with this year. See if I can find it. Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. All right, I think I might have to. Let's see if it's up here in the front of the catalog. Look at this goofball right here. Don't want to tease Greg too much. So let's see there. Where is it? I'll just probably have to find it. Let's see if we can find Jet. No. Oops. What I'm looking for is that they just came out with these pond jets, and I cannot seem to find it in the catalog. And of course, right now I'm going, there it is, the pond power head. I was calling it the wrong thing. Page 51. So let's go jump over to page 51. This is a really cool thing too, because with the pond power head, you give a little bit of current, and see right over here in the layout, you put a power head directed in one direction over here, another one in the other direction over here, and you can really keep the bottom of the pond super clean before the water goes into the skimmer and into the biofalls and completes the circulation. So with all that said, we get to convert this backyard from what you see here to what you see here. And the cool thing about what I get to do for a living is I don't get to just transform yards, but I get to transform lives. And I absolutely assure you that when this family goes from this to this, their lives are going to change. Well, I hope you like this video. If you're new to my channel, or if this is the first time you've seen us do anything like this in our channel, please be sure to leave your comments down below. And in the meantime, I'm Carl with Columbia Water Gardens, and I am here to remind you that subscribing to my channel is really, really appreciated. Number 2, I respond to just about every comment that comes along my way. And number 3, designing really amazing backyards is an awful lot of fun. Happy ponding.